But spiritual materialism is another possibility for people on the path,
Yes,
isn't it?
definitely.
So can you talk about the relationship between awakened intelligence and spiritual materialism a bit?
You know, they're opposites of each other.
Hmm.
Spiritual materialism, as you know, as Trungpa Rinpoche's very famous term, uses spirituality, co-opts the very ideas of spirituality to further aggrandize the sense of self,
Right.
the sense of little me, right? Awakened intelligence does the opposite.
Hmm.
It's constantly freeing up any personal co-opting of
Mm-hmm.
anything,
Mm.
right? It's seeing clearly how the folly of it, how the lie of it, and is constantly setting free or letting everything self-liberate
Mm-hmm.
as it arises.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's quite the opposite. But spiritual materialism is another, as we were talking about the way that privilege does not induce much compassion. Spiritual materialism also is a difficult one to witness because it's so hypocritical.
Mm.
It's using the very beautiful ideas and co-opting them. So
Mm-hmm.
we really, there's a way in which that can really engender judgment and,
Mm-hmm.
and wanting to tear down when we see it.
Right.
Um,
Right. When we come across that with people, with other practitioners or people
mhm,
that we
mhm.
in our communities,
Yes.
uh, how do we approach wanting to change people? How do how, is that a part of awakened intelligence to try to influence others, or is it really about keeping your eye on the ball and minding your own business?
I think it's more that. I think it's more that you just live your beautiful life as best you can. And unless you're in a position to stop an injustice or help someone out of suffering, or if somebody comes to you in fear and confusion based on being with one of these
Hmm.
charlatans,
Right.
I think it's then of course you respond in that moment. You use your own intelligence in that moment to respond appropriately.
Right. Right.
But otherwise, it, it's very hard to intervene, and probably is not the best thing to be
Mm-hmm.
doing.
That's what I think too.
Yeah.